So, for those of you that are not aware, Stranger Things is now over. The finale has taken place. And as we've seen in the past, and a lot of other channels have done a good job of explaining this clearly, there have been other fandoms that are going through the same thing as what's happened to the Stranger Things fandom right now. But also, kind of a warning, I don't think there will be any spoilers here, but in case I do say anything that may be spoilers, this is kind of your warning to stop the video here. And with that, we'll get on with it, which is, it's over, guys. That's it. There is no revival on January 8th. There was no secret message. The order of the notebooks on the shelf, the binders on the shelf, does not mean anything. There's nothing coming. It's over. And I have seen people saying things like, there's no way they just suddenly forgot how to write in the 5th season. Let's keep in mind, criticisms of the show's writing have been going on since at least the 3rd season. I don't think it's a point that they forgot how to write. It was not well written to begin with. It just was a good show people enjoyed. Not because it's a good show, because it gave us a sense of nostalgia. And yeah, it's bad writing. There are a lot of things I wanted different in the final season. We were all pretty sure people were going to die. And, you know, of the good guys, one person died, unless I'm miscounting. And of the other portion of that, you know, a lot of bad guys died. Let's forget how bad the writing is, that Mr. Wheeler, I thought he was dead. It wasn't until the finale when he showed up at the graduation that I realized, oh God, he's not dead. They did such a poor job of so many aspects in there. And again, I don't hate the show. I have it in my collection, I'll put it that way. And I will probably enjoy rewatching it at some point. But, you know, it has definitely been something that has been interesting to watch unfold. And we're going to get, you know, Tales from 85, which is going to be telling us new stuff. There's going to be new creatures and new areas that the original stars haven't explored in this animated special. And it takes place between seasons, 2 and 3, 1 and 3, something like that. Don't bring me new stuff for a show that's wrapped that I didn't get to see in the main show. Going that far back and bringing me new content for a show that's done makes no sense. So I don't intend on watching Tales from 85. To me, that's a waste of time. They should have been doing that when they were on the 10-year hiatus or whatever it was between, not 10-year hiatus, but the hiatus between filming seasons is what they should have done. But to shoehorn in this in-between content that gives us stuff we're never going to see in the main show really is ridiculous and terrible. So, and I think it's going to create more problems. But no, 11's not coming back. We're not seeing anymore. And I am personally tired of people destroying fandoms because they seem to think that they're teasing us with hidden messages and stuff. Look, it's done, guys. There ain't nothing else. And I've seen other comments which say basically January 8th is going to arrive and it's going to be like all the Rapture people who just suddenly got quiet when the Rapture didn't come. So look, it is what it is, guys. There are lots of changes I would have made in the story writing. I would have had more action sequences. I do feel like all 3 parts of this final season were a mess and were too long drawn out and sloppy. And it's a bad mark when I have a hard time remembering certain things because it was so dry and drawn out. But anyway, it's over, guys. I hope you enjoyed the ride. Maybe we'll see something else. There is hope for that other spin-off show, right? But even that, I'm not. Can we just have single TV shows that last for a set number of seasons and aren't ordered to make endless seasons or, 2 more seasons when it could have ended with 3? I really do think Stranger Things should have wrapped in 3 seasons and that should have been it. But these companies want to make their money and this is what we get. And as a result of that, now we get fandoms that go nuts. If you don't know what I'm talking about, what I'm referencing is the Super Hulock stuff. Go look into that if you know what it is. I'm not going to recap all that here and I'm not going to do a video over it. I did not get that involved in those fandoms to experience that level of insanity, but to see it happen here is just ridiculous. You think people would learn by now, but so many people are out there just spinning on this theory that we've been duped and there's a message and stuff's hidden and a typo isn't a typo, it's a message and you guys don't know. Oh, and this obscure website, and it really is lunacy at this point. But, again, as I've said with a lot of videos I do where I end up being right, I'll say this. If I'm wrong, I would be more than happy to be wrong. I would love for there to be more show that is more in line with the good stuff we're used to. But the writing didn't get us there past a certain point, and it ain't happening after. So, anyway, I'll see you all in my comments, and that's all I've got for you for now. But yeah, if you're not aware, this is what's happening to Stranger Things. So if you just finished watching the finale and you're wondering what is going on online and why everybody's going nuts, this is what's happening. People are pretty convinced there's another season coming and that there's extra episodes, and you just can't see it because you're not seeing the signs. And no, guys, it's just bad writing. Anyways, that's my take.